Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at a really unusual source. It's not just a story, it's also about the making of the story, this 8-year struggle behind an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Exactly. We're diving into excerpts from The Third Chastisement of Earth. And it's challenging because, well, you're constantly shifting gears. You've got this intense, immediate danger thing, the inverted gravity, molten magma on Main Street.
Yeah, total chaos.
But then you're also asked to consider the long, slow burn of actually creating this whole thing. It's a story within a story almost.
And that dual nature hits you right away. The world's literally upside down, right? But the survivors, Alex, who's on this desperate mission for his sister Noreen, the pilot, who seems pretty capable but cynical, and this young girl, Ruth, they're navigating it using, well, bits and pieces of the old world.
That's a great point. The source grounds the cosmic horror in these small, almost mundane details, like Alex's mother got badly hurt, maybe blinded because their house exploded, a gas leak caused by all the upheaval.
Which then makes that little detail about Ruth's granny and her stove so important.
The new electric stove.
Exactly. Because it means their place didn't blow up from a gas leak.
Yeah.
It's like this tiny domestic choice becomes a major survival factor.
It really shows how these huge disasters play out on a very local level. But they don't have much breathing room. There's this enormous fracture just glowing with magma right in their path.
And Alex's idea for crossing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of brilliant, but absolutely terrifying. He uses spare coaxial, like TV cable, right?
Yeah, exactly.
From the wrecked porch, secures it to a tree on the other side, using the remnants of communication tech to bridge this apocalyptic gap.
This source does a great job building tension there. You get the sound, the porch creaking, splintering under the strain as Alex starts to cross, hand over the magma. You know it's not going to hold forever.
And it doesn't. An earthquake hits. Just like that. The house just rips away from the foundation.
Gone. And the pilot, who is maybe securing himself or just starting, has to make this huge leap. The text says 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, something like that. Just pure desperation to grab a tree branch as the house vanishes below.
And then there's this sudden silence. It's eerie, broken only by Ruth, the young girl, climbing out of the basement stairs, which are now just sticking out of the ground, looking totally bewildered.
Her reaction is amazing, though. After seeing that, she comes out with this, like, classic kid bravado.
Yeah.
Whatever boys can do, I can do better.
Yeah. But then immediately she's asking Alex, are you really going to risk all this just for the insulin?
It's that mix, isn't it? The toughness and the vulnerability. It feels very real, especially against the backdrop of, well, everything falling apart.
She keeps things grounded in a way, but they can't stay there. They have to go underground.
Right, into the sewers. They use climbing pegs on a telephone pole again, repurposing stuff to get up to an open manhole, and down they go.
And it's night by now. The only light down there is spilling from the open manholes above. Very atmospheric, very creepy.
And, here's where it gets really interesting and disturbing.
Yeah, the relative quiet doesn't last. We meet the preacher. And the source is very specific about him. It says he became insane by the effect of negative gravity.
So it wasn't just random evil. The physics literally broke his mind.
Turned it into homicidal psychosis, is the phrase used. He's a product of the disaster, not just some villain who showed up.
That's a chilling idea. And then Alex hears this sound. A little bell.
Fritz the cat. Belonging to Doc, the blind man. Apparently, Doc used the sewers as shortcuts, and the cat guided him. So hearing the bell means something's wrong.
Very wrong, because the scene they stumble upon is just horrific. The preacher is, the text says, biting and tearing flesh from the severed head of a sewer worker.
It's graphic. Pure primal madness triggered by the world turning upside down.
And the attack is sudden. Brutal. The preacher just appears, sinks a fire axe into the pilot's shoulder and neck area.
Terrible injury. But before Alex can even react, Doc the blind man, he must have heard the struggle. He tackles the preacher.
Amazing bravery, but...
Yeah, the preacher turns and hits Doc square in the chest with the axe. Fatal.
It's just relentless. The preacher then cuts the cable that was tethering Alex to the wounded pilot.
Isolates him.
Yeah, and he starts dragging Alex toward another open manhole, trying to shove him down head first. Alex is just clinging on for dear life.
And who saves him? Fritz the cat.
I know. The cat just launches itself onto the preacher's face, scratching, tearing at his eyes. It's so unexpected.
Absolutely bizarre. And it leads to this equally bizarre end for the preacher. He's reeling, blinded by the cat, and then a single drop of molten magma drips from somewhere above, lands right in his good eye, the source says, sizzles. The shock makes him lose his grip, and he just falls down the manhole, presumably into the magma below.
Wow, from CAD rescue to death by magma drop, the tonal shifts are just extreme.
And then it shifts again massively from that gritty, horrible fight. We zoom out, way out.
To the cosmic level, there's this mysterious object hanging above Earth. It emits a wave, some kind of magnetic pulse.
And this booming, majestic voice declares across space, "It is finished."
Just like that.
Just like that. Physics instantly reverses. Gravity snaps back to normal. Alex, who was clinging to that tree branch after the house fell,
He falls.
lands hard on his stomach. But the return to normal isn't gentle. Everything that floated up now comes crashing down.
Oh, man. Like a heavy rain, the source calls it. Bodies, pieces of houses.
Yeah, debris everywhere. It mentions a big airplane jet engine slamming into the street nearby. Alex finds himself wading through floodwaters that are rising fast, waist deep, knee deep, still clutching that vial of insulin.
After everything, he still have it. And he makes it home, finds his mom, his grandma. They're safe on the roof.
A moment of relief. But
Yeah.
then he sees his sister, Noreen. She's covered with a sheet.
He was too late. She died. Peacefully, it says, but still.
Yeah.
The whole journey was for nothing in that sense.
It seems like it. But then, literally in the next moment, Mrs. Dobbs, who was also there, shows Alex her newborn baby girl.
And the baby's name is Noreen.
Born, the text says, the exact moment Alex's sister passed away.
That's quite a twist.
It's presented almost like a miracle. Alex's mother even suggests, maybe the Lord brought Noreen back in a new body. One that, crucially, doesn't need insulin.
So the problem that drove Alex through hell is just erased by this rebirth. Wow.
It's this idea of cosmic balancing, maybe. Death instantly replaced by life. And the scene ends with sunlight breaking through, reflecting on the water. Things are resetting.
And we see quick shots of the world fixing itself.
Yeah, like herds on the savannah, elephants emerging from where they were trapped, a huge whale splashing back into the ocean. Order is restored very quickly.
Okay, so the apocalypse is over, miracle birth, world fixed, end of story.
Not quite, because now the source pulls back that second layer we talked about at the start.
Ah, the author.
Right, we see him, a bearded guy in a hospital bed looking in a mirror, and it's confirmed, this whole insane story we just experienced. It's a storyboard, one he spent 8 years drawing.
8 years, that's a different kind of ordeal entirely.
It reframes everything. He's proud, too. Boasts about turning the world upside down, even challenges Ray Bradbury, the famous sci-fi author.
He connects the number 8 to completion, too, like justifying the struggle.
Yeah, biblical or numerological significance. It puts the focus squarely on the act of creation, the immense effort behind the catastrophe we just witnessed, but the source still doesn't stop there.
There's more.
One more shift. We cut to an elder, much later perhaps, teaching students about this event, the third chastisement.
Okay. What does he say?
He confirms the cause wasn't random. It was human failing, greed, cruelty, lust, and hatred. Classic moral apocalypse.
So humanity brought it on itself.
According to the elder, yes, and then he drops this bombshell. It didn't stick. Men slowly resumed their sinful ways, which led to a fourth chastisement.
Oh, great, so it happened again.
Apparently. But the real kicker isn't the fourth chastisement itself, it's the students he's talking to.
What about them?
While he's giving this profound lesson about cosmic punishment and human nature, the source reveals the boys were just trying to waste time, asking fake questions to keep him talking so they wouldn't have to do their homework assignment for that hour.
You're kidding. Right after hearing about global annihilation caused by sin, they're trying to cheat the system.
Exactly. It perfectly proves the elder's point without needing to show another apocalypse. The cycle of petty selfishness starts immediately. Minerva, one of the girls, apparently senses their deception.
Does the elder catch on?
Oh, yeah. And the punishment is, well, it's something else. He reappears, kind of ghost-like, semi-transparent, and assigns them this ridiculously complex makeup task for their deceit. 7 terms studying the 362 types of odious emission of the numerous foul, stinking, blood-belching blood leeches of the slime devils of Rigel 4.
7 terms on
Right.
leech emissions.
Yeah.
That's incredibly specific and awful.
It's absurdly punitive. But it drives home the connection, right? You have the immense suffering of Alex and the pilot during the actual chastisement.
And then you have the immediate return to lazy, deceitful behavior by the students, proving the lesson wasn't learned at all.
Precisely. Even a world turned upside down, a miracle birth, divine intervention. None of it stopped these kids trying to skip homework.
So what did we find in this deep dive? We saw this incredible visceral apocalypse, yes, but also the sheer grit, the 8 years of dedication it took to imagine and draw it.
And this theme of cycles, cosmic recycling, like Noreen's death and rebirth, but also the seemingly unbreakable cycle of human behavior, where even after immense catastrophe, the old patterns just creep back in.
That Elder's comment really sticks with me. After the third chastisement, people pondered the origin of their cruelty for a while, just for a while. So thinking about the scale of that disaster and knowing a fourth one was needed because those students couldn't even wait an hour to start scheming, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What kind of catastrophe, physical, moral, maybe even creative like the author's struggle, what would it actually take for humanity to change, truly change, and not just for a little while?
That is definitely something to think about.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.